Hello, greetings to all and blessings from Israel. A joy for me once again to be able to share with you and greet you from here. And the reality is that on this occasion, you see here as a very precarious video. It's not what we're used to doing, but I apologize. It's just that we were taken by a kind of urgency to make this video for you. And I'll tell you why. A few days ago, we saw, or in fact, it's not that we saw, but we were told, we received a lot of messages, and from those messages that were sent to us, they led us to see a video that was leaked on social media where you can hear a person speaking in Hebrew walking with a camera. He walks by a side where something is being built near the Wailing Wall. And a lot of people interpreted it as the construction of the third temple. And then even something that caught my attention powerfully, there are like Christian newspapers in Spanish that say he is rebuilding the third temple in Israel. The reconstruction of the third temple in Israel has begun. In fact, they affirm it very strongly. We are here to help you try to be light and bring you the truth of the situation, so that you are not confused, and do not let yourself be confused by what you see there and fail to see. So what we did was go directly to Jerusalem to see exactly where this video was filmed. And from there, we are going to specifically explain what that place is and what is happening, and we will see if it is truly a construction of the third temple or not. First, we are going to show you the video that was leaked so you can see what we are talking about. And then after this video that was leaked, specifically, we are going to be at the place and we are going to walk a little bit around there. We are going to show you a little bit of what it is, and we are going to tell you what it's about. So don't go away, stay here with us, and I hope that, well, from here we can truly help to shed light on this topic. So here we go. We are first going to watch this video that was leaked. You watch what it's about and listen that it's actually being spoken in Hebrew. It's not being spoken in Spanish, and the person who is speaking Hebrew is not saying absolutely anything at all. From a temple, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's watch it. Let's go and see what it's about.
I know what they're building here. A lot of things.
Hello everyone, greetings and blessings from Israel once again. I am exactly in the area known as the Wailing Wall. A few days ago, this video appeared that we saw there in the intro about people starting to talk in the Hispanic world, that the temple is about to be rebuilt, the third temple is about to be rebuilt. That really caused a great uproar. It generated a lot of uncertainty. It generated a lot of doubts, of questions. So a lot of people started to give teachings about this. A lot of people started to talk. The end is coming. The time is coming. The third temple is beginning. Israel is preparing. And they began to talk about the apocalyptic era. Let me tell you that sadly, much of the information that comes from online platforms is not always real, not always reliable. Therefore, my advice is to search directly from the base, from the root, and to connect directly with Israel. I know that the language spoken here is Hebrew, but if they don't want to listen to us who speak Spanish, who live in Israel, then they can search for pages on the internet, local newspapers in Hebrew. They can translate it on Google, and there they will realize the current news. If you don't want to go through all that process, then here we are on this channel of Voices of Israel to help you from the land of the Bible, to bring you the truth from here outwards. We are here, we are your feet and hands in this nation. So today we are going to find out if this third temple is really being talked about, if it is really being built or not. Anyway, while we are going to be here and we are going to report a little bit of this, we are going to have our video here where we are going to learn a little more about all of this. I recommend and advise you that if you or those who have not seen even the 4 classes about the Temple Mount, I advise you to go and watch them. On this same channel, you will have 4 classes on the Temple Mount, from its beginnings on Mount Moriah to what is going to happen in the future. It's a job where we had archaeologists, historians working very hard, and we brought it here. Sorry, we took it from Hebrew to Spanish directly so that you can benefit wherever you are. So without any kind of fear, without any kind of scare. It's not in Hebrew, but in Spanish, so study that. For now, let's go in here and really explore what this construction is that is indeed here behind, that they are indeed building. If it is truly related to the temple or not related to the temple. So let's go, let's walk a little bit around here. Well, first we have to locate ourselves in the physical space so that you have clarity in case it is truly necessary to build the third temple. Never, 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 never can it be in this physical space. This physical space is the video that went around different parts of the world. It's a video of an Israeli who was walking around here, picked up a phone, made a recording. And in his language and in Hebrew, he's saying, I don't know what they're building here. And he just kept walking and kept recording and kept talking. And someone who doesn't understand Hebrew picked it up and said they're building the third temple in Israel. I tell you here, this is a small square. Let's call it in Spanish, plaza. As you say, a large space. Here, look there behind, where you are seeing there in the distance those kinds of white fabrics. That is the place where the Jewish people pray. It is what is known as the Wailing Wall. You see it this way because we are in the time of Corona. So there are like kinds of capsules, they are called here, where they enter, and they have a kind of little cabin. Each one can pray without bothering the other. In some spaces, buildings, and each one are designed by a number and a space. Now, if you can look up there, up the wall, above the wall, you can see the dome of the rock, the golden dome. That is where the first temple was. That is where the second temple was. That is, it has absolutely nothing to do with this construction that is here. So for those who are talking about the construction of the third temple, it is approaching, it is rising, the third temple is already being built. Let me tell you that they have sadly been mistaken. They have confused many people. Therefore, I tell you to be careful with what is said. Be careful, be very careful, because you can be what the scriptures say, many will come and confuse thousands. Nowadays, social networks have a lot of information. There are a lot of people who simply don't know. Just raises information for the sake of raising. He looks for pages on the internet, looks for information, finds something nice, finds something interesting, and simply raises it and confuses many. It's a problem and it's sad, but thank God that you who are watching this video can at least be part of the not deceived. And you can collaborate and help those who have somehow been deceived. And by sharing this video, we can bring the truth to light and say specifically and concretely, this construction you see here has absolutely nothing to do with the third temple. Now the question is, what is it? What are they building here? Now I'm going to tell you what is being built here. For that, let's see, we're gonna look a little more like this from within. What is there? Now let's see. I'm going to see. I can't go in. No, you can't. You can't. It's closed. But well, look, I tell you what it's about. In the end, here there is an organization, which is the organization that the rabbis are in charge of protecting, the interests of the Wailing Wall, the interests of the Wailing Wall. I'm not talking about the temple, I'm talking about the Wailing Wall. That is, there is a main rabbi who is in charge of the Wailing Wall. What they are going to do here is a house called Beit Aleph. Aleph is heart. In the sense, it is the central house, the heart house in the old city of Jerusalem. Why? Because of its proximity also with the heart is central, both in location and for feelings. Exactly here, right on the spot, very close to the Wailing Wall. I move away a bit from the noise so you can hear me. Then we are going to go back there now in that place. When did this construction begin? It didn't start now, it started many years ago. In fact, some tourists, when they came around here, they should remember that when you walk towards the Wailing Wall. They saw that a building was being made here, or like an investigation. There were always closed fabrics, like the white you see, always closed things. And why? Because when the building began, when the construction started, it was discovered that ruins from the time of the second temple were found right below here. Remember that we generally, when we are walking in this place, we are about 18 meters above the city of Jerusalem from the time of the second temple. That is, if we start digging, if we start lifting things here, we will realize that we are fine. Antiquities exist above and below. Some of you may have visited the temple tunnel. The temple is located exactly there. Do you see those glass doors far away that say the tunnels of the eastern wall? Sorry, the western wall. It's because here it's not known as the Wailing Wall. In Hebrew, it's called Kot El Maharavi, the western wall. It's not called the Wailing Wall. Okay, so there's the wall. And why west? Because the Jewish people are on the west side, sorry? The Mount of Olives is on the eastern side, the east side. So the eastern wall is where the Gate of Mercy is located, which, by the way, next week we are going to be in there. So get ready because that's going to be very interesting. We are going to be directly in the place where, yes, the third temple should be built, and we are going to see there. So those who are not registered, register on this channel so that they can receive the notification of when that new video is going to be uploaded. Stay very attentive because that is going to be very interesting indeed here when you come in the future. In other words, you will be able to visit it because here it is going to be a house that is going to be built also for tourists. It's a center of tourists. It's a place that is responsible for taking care of the interests of the Western Wall, but it's also a place that's going to be like a kind of museum, where you will be able to come and you will be able to know and you will be able to see the evolution of the city of Jerusalem. In short and in summary, this building, this construction has absolutely nothing to do with the temple, although the temple has to be built, but it has not yet begun. Now, since we are here, I want to take you to the Western Wall so that you can see how the Western Wall is today in our day. So let's go there.
Thank you.
Well, friends, I simply came by here to bring you a bit more explanation and clarity on the topic of the third temple. And all this information that was leaked out there, or not leaked, I don't know what to call it, that caused so much confusion. Thank you for joining us up to here. This is Simply From Here. I say goodbye and encourage those who are not yet part of Voices of Israel to register so that you can receive the videos from here directly from the land of the Bible. And don't miss the next video for anything, because it's going to be extremely special. Why? Because we're going to cross this wall and we're going to be on the other side, learning a little more about what there was, what there is, and what you might possibly see in the future. So without further ado, God bless you. Shalom from Israel, blessings. See you next time here in the land of the Bible. Bye-bye. We have to walk a lot. I'm at a high altitude, an out of control hallway. The police control is also strong. So here we go. Good morning. It's not the Golden Dome. The Golden Dome they are going to have exactly there, and it's not a mosque.